So good morning, everyone. Namaste from the India. It's almost 9 p.m. here. I hope everybody is at home, and this is a good time to rejuvenate. Especially we DXners have been working very hard, and now all those people who were like into online, we have really now given our 100% to online. So we are doing these webinars, and this is my fourth session of the day. So from morning to evening, we are busy. But this session is very important, and that's why I wanted to do this session, because most of the sessions I have to merge, speak in Hindi and English, and that becomes a little difficult for me. But this one is very, very important, because here we're going to talk about an important topic that is the immunity. So let's go directly to the topic, because we have half an hour in which I have to cover this up. So you see on screen right now, what you see is that the world map is now dotted in blood. The world has never seen this kind of bloodshed, where distancing from people has led to this situation. We are in such a condition today that these red dots are just going on a rise. And you see now, USA is almost 190,000 people, with 47 new cases of death reported till yesterday. These are the latest figures. I've just checked them 5-10 minutes before I put them on the the keynote, and I'm sharing that with you so that you're updated with that. USA, Italy, can you imagine Italy, one of the places where it's really hit hard? 12,428 cases, and I don't see they reporting other stuff, but Spain is following that. China, which it started all, has somehow calmed and it's gone down. Germany, France, Iran, UK, Switzerland, Belgium, Netherlands. Can you imagine? These are the countries where it's hard hit. Now, I'm in India. India was thinking and very relaxed, thinking that nothing would happen. Our first case was reported on January 29th. And now we are almost 10 new deaths. We have crossed a tally of almost now 45 years. So this has created an havoc. 44,217 people have died by this virus. And do you think it's a virus that killed? No, it's the same thing. If there is a big hurricane coming around, what will happen? The hurricane is going to uproot all the weak trees, the weak houses. It's going to destroy everything that is weak. This is what the virus is doing. It's actually looking at an opportunity where somebody's immune system is weak. It can just take over it. And our situation right now is our immune systems have really gone for a toss. You have to understand the mind body coordination. Okay, the mind body spirit coordination is so important. We have been talking about this in DXN for so many years. We have been teaching people the holistic approach of health and wellness. We But yet people want to have scientific approach. Science limits you, but when you go holistically, when you connect with nature, you realize how powerful the concept of holistic medicine is. And many times holistic medicine is not even considered medicine, because it thinks it doesn't work. But that's what my approach has been. If you know me pretty well, you have been following me. It's been now almost 7-8 years that I've been working on mind body medicine, and I'm lucky that I have now the perfect guide, because I was searching for somebody who could guide me in the right direction. And then you find Dr. Lim, and he's been now coaching me very well. While we have a range of products for the body, now we have a program for the mind. And this is very, very important. Now, the question arises, is the virus today strong, or was it strong before? I think the world has experienced more plagues and viruses, much more horrible than this one, long time back, and they did not have anything. The only thing they had to survive was their immunity. They survived on building up the immunity. The immunity was the only basis. And who were these people who guided them? They were these herbalists. You can see this is an African herbalist. This is a Chinese herbalist, all loaded with herbs, everything from nature. They knew how to build it up. This is from the Red Indians. They are into the same thing. The shamans, they practiced very closely with nature. This is some herbalists in India. So you see, all our ancestors were very closely related to this. So what is the problem? Why are we losing touch? Maybe we are like this little bird, too much engrossed in other things. We are not looking at what was coming around. And now when the snake in the form of coronavirus is moving around and gulping people up, we are realizing that we never paid attention to the most important thing, and that was to build up our immunity. And now everybody wants to go up and build it up in one day. It doesn't happen. You have to build your immunity. It's a building. Like a building needs a foundation, it takes time. All those people who have been consuming DXN products for a long time. Oh, is my presentation not visible? 1 minute. One second. Okay, sorry, I thought my presentation was not visible, but it seems visible. Then I can continue. Is it visible? How will I know? Okay, anyways, I continue like this. Doesn't matter. At least I know it is showing up. So the fact is, we are like this little bird, this bird who is engrossed, and we don't know what is coming. And I think this, in India we call Kala, the snake that comes, the time that comes, it moves around, and COVID-19 is basically an alarm that we is set up. Please wake up. It is a time to build up your immune system. If you don't do it now, then things are going to be worst. Dr. Lim has been spreading this message for last 27 years in the form of a concept called gynotherapy. Gynotherapy is nothing but actually it's immunobuilding therapy. How do you build up your immune system on the basis of Ganoderma and all other products that we have? So Dr. Lim has really given us the essence of it. So how do we build up our immunity? Is it going to happen now today? No. That doesn't mean the products will not help for somebody who is already suffering from it or in the current situation. Now is the time to take mega dosage, build it up, boost your system with all the herbs you have. So take high dose of RG, GL, spirulina, Morenzi, all the products of DXN have been very thoughtfully designed, very carefully made, and everything has a reason behind it, and they come directly from nature. They have the ability to help you withstand any kind of viral, fungal, or bacterial attack, because your immune system becomes stronger, and it's a body that fights the viruses. You have to understand this. Now, the immune system is a complex system, and it is a set of organs. It is not something that is vague. People think it's something vague. It's not visible. People talk about the circulatory system, the nervous system, and all other system, but the immune system is also a very complex system, and it consists of a lot of organs. If you look at it, we never talk about the spleen. Spleen is a place where all your dead blood cells go and they rework. And doctor has been telling, if you don't take a lot of spirulina, poor spleen has to really work hard. Then the kidneys have to work hard because it has to recycle blood. But spirulina can do that wonders. It can relax the kidneys so that the kidneys and the spleen, they can work more on building up the immune system. Look at the lungs. The lungs are filled with lymphoid tissue. This is the immune system. That is why when the virus attacks the lungs, this particular virus, which is a SARS variety, it's called SARS-CoV-2. And if when it attacks the lungs, the immune system there just gets crazy and wants to just end everything up, and it starts destroying the lung tissue itself, and the lung start getting inflamed, and then you have water accumulation, and water accumulation can cause a feeling like drowning effect, and the person can actually die because of the drowning effect that it causes. So you understand that's where Ganoderma is going to be very, very beneficial. If anybody is suffering or shows signs and symptoms of this virus, when there is water accumulation, you have to use Ganoderma. Very, very important. Ganoderma at a high dose will really help such patients. We have seen tremendous results in pneumonia cases of people who have suffered from viral infection. So Ganoderma primarily will help you in as an anti-inflammatory. It will reduce down the inflammation. It will clear up the water accumulation and will give the immune system the extra support that it needs to fight the virus. Now, let us explain, understand what does the immune system do. Now, for example, if you have a thorn that pricks you and you pull off the thorn, your job is over, but the job of the immune system starts there, because there was a foreign object that entered into your body. Your blood has now started becoming active, messages have passed down, there is swelling, redness, warmth, pain. These are all signs where it is showing that the immune system is now working. Now your job is to support this system, not just leave it up. If we care nothing for this, like a diabetic person, if he gets a injury like this and he doesn't care, then what is going to happen? In a diabetic person, he cannot even heal this wound. Forget if he gets an infection from the coronavirus, he can never be healed. So diabetic people should be very careful. They should not go out. If they get an infection, it is very dangerous. All those people suffering from chronic illnesses need to be very, very careful of what they are doing. They don't need to go out and take the risk. Your food that you eat, we have been telling you for a long, long time, they affect your genes. They definitely, and your genes are related to the immune system. So if your genes are destroyed, the immune system is destroyed. And what can destroy that? Recurrent infections. If you're running cough and cold and flu all year round, you think you can save yourself from this? No, you are more susceptible. You are like a magnet. Even wherever the virus is going to pounce upon you. So be very careful. So all those people, whom we tell, take DXN supplements. Why? Because supplements are necessary to build up your immune system. People who had cough and cold ignored completely, never believed, because they thought, come on, a cough and cold doesn't need to, don't need supplements for that, and they will have to pay a big price, and that's what the world is paying a price, because the kind of food that we have eaten is like made the body so acidic. It's like sending out invitation letters, welcoming all the viruses and funguses and bacteria to come and attack us. And that's the situation. Not only food, the food additives, the medicines, the chronic medicines that we're taking, the pollution in the air that we breathe. You look at the alcohol that we take, the smokers, the highest number of youngsters who have been habitual to smoking are more likely to suffer from this condition, from coronavirus, because their tissue in the inflammation in their tissue is already so triggered that if a virus attack is there, he will be at the highest risk. So smokers will be definitely at a highest risk. Then look at the ozone depletion in the ozone layer in the sky. That has resulted in so many direct sun radiation destroying our genes and weakening our immune system. And then, as I say, recurrent infections, people suffering from IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, then hepatitis, and all these recurrent infections. So if you suffered from an infection of your gut, you had some kind of infection in a year, you actually had a compromised immune system at that time. Then you put in drugs and you thought everything is over. No, sir, that was an alarm. That was a sign. That was the language your body was telling you. Please wake up. It is time to start building up your immune system. If you don't do that, there will be a time where even if you want, you cannot help. So for us in DXN, it's very important to know that the world around us is just creating lot of damage to your genes and weakening your immune system. From personal care products that we are eating, the medicines we are taking, everything has just been set up for the, you can say, the virus to attack us. And trust me, it has attacked the whole globe. It has become a pandemic. That means this way of living of ours is so common around. It has not left anybody. So, what is the way? I always believed when I first posted this picture. I never changed this picture from a slide because it told a lot of things. It said whether you want to take pills that are made in pharmaceutical factories or you want to take herbs food that grows on trees or on ground. And I believe when we come close to nature, then we will have all the protective ingredients that we can help to that can help us to fight the various diseases. Now, immune system, we usually always believed was the army that fights and kills bacteria, viruses, and all those things. But we never understood that immune system is also the police. Police is just watchful, moving around. Today, if we somebody is really working hard, is the police, making sure that no two people come together, people are staying at home. They are being used today because this is the situation today. And if you understand this, that means your immune system is about policing around, paying a vigilance around, and even this cell, these particular cells need particular type of superfoods. That's where our supplements play a very important role. And then how do you summarize all this? If you have to go for a big talk, then it's too long. But it's very simple words. How can you build up an immune system? Simple. Nutrition and detoxification. Let the nutrition go in and let the toxins go out. Leave the rest. The rest is very easy for the body to build up a strong immune system. So what do we require right now is very important. We require our supplements. I'm not trying to pitch, even though I am from DXN, and if somebody is not from DXN, you have to understand. We are talking about some powerful super herbs. We're talking about something that grows from nature. We're talking about something that can really transform your immune system. Even though it's an alarm, it's not the end of the world. There is always hope. And I always believe the hope is always through nature. So DXN has been in this market as an agro-based company. We produce all natural supplements, food supplements, all of these. Somewhere the mastermind is Dr. Lim. Everything is thoughtfully designed. Everything is very particularly prescribed, and it's for everyone. You have a condition, you don't have a condition, you definitely have an immune system, and so you need to feed your immune system. So what does RGGL basically work for? If I have to tell you in simple words, RGGL will help you build up a very strong element, you can say the kidney system, the renal system. And because the renal system becomes stronger, it is the pillar on which your immune system is built up. So definitely very, very important. There are a lot of studies and scientific evidence how Ganoderma directly acts on the kidneys, and because it acts on the kidneys, the adrenal gland that sits on the top of these two little bean-shaped organs actually then start performing better, and they are able to release the hormones that actually help in the healing process. So very, very important. Just a second, somebody is just bombarding me with my messages. Okay, so then we have another set of important organs. Now why I'm telling you the most important immune system building organs, I'm telling you, which help to build up the stronger immunity and how the products can be related. First, I told you about RGGL and the role in developing strong and good kidneys, which in turn will develop and help build a strong immunity. Then we have the heart, the spleen, and the liver. These are basically to do with the circulatory system, the blood. The heart pumps the blood, it gives it the oxygen that it requires, make sure that the fresh blood with oxygen is supplied to each and every part of the body. The spleen recycles the dead RBCs and all other cells. It is like the recycling factory. And the liver basically does job is of actually cleansing up the blood, purifying it. These three are very important organs. And boy, do we have a product for that? These three, yes. Our spirulina is a super supplement for these three, and it will really help to build up the immune system. Then we have our lungs. Our lungs today, this is one of the most vital organ right now. If you are infected with COVID, it's because this particular organ, which is filled with lymphoid tissue, can be responding so bad that you can definitely die because of pneumonia. But if you build the system up, make it really nice, then it will be strong enough to even combat any viruses that you breathe, because we breathe so many viruses, fungus, and every time we don't fall ill. Now you have to understand how do we build up the immune system is by supporting this organ. So when it comes to the lungs, we have two. We have a tea or coffee and cordyceps. Why I put this a picture of tea here is because in India we have a lot of tea, so this is the same presentation. But we have cordyceps. Cordyceps is known to work on the lungs. It helps improve the lung efficiency, the oxygen carrying capacity. Everything is improved when you take cordyceps, and we can go for a detailed session later on. But just to relate to you, coffee again works on your lungs, fantastic, rich in antioxidants, all these beverages. And when the kidneys and the lungs are kind of two friends, they are two in number, both two kidneys and two lungs, and they work together. If the lungs fail, the kidneys will fail. If the kidneys fail, the lungs fail. They are together. Both do the job of elimination of water. One does it through urine, the other does it through vapor. So very, very vital organs. Now, after that, the other immune system organ that is a part of the immune system is your nervous system, both your sympathetic and parasympathetic, your voluntary and involuntary nervous system. And that is like the immune system, which you don't realize. But if you have stress, if you are mentally sick, especially children, like people who are mentally sick, um, insane people, people with a lot of stress, children suffering from autism, then psychotic disorders, people who have insomnia, these are all vulnerable for this particular infection of the coronavirus because their immune system is compromised. And that's where you have to understand that you need to build it up over a period of time. And that's where we have two amazing products. Again, virgin coconut oil, this is the one that we have in India. And we have lion's mane mushroom. It is very well known how great lion's mane mushroom is to help build up the damaged medullary sheath on the axons, nerve fibers. So you see, and then we move on to the next organ that is related to the immune system, which is said to be the seat from where all the information to the immune system is provided, because it's here that the body is exposed to all the different kinds of bacteria, viruses, fungus that we eat food with go along. So everything that has escaped the food acid, the digestive juices and everything, they are still being watched very closely by the lymphoid tissue in your intestine, and intestine is continuously passing information to the immune system. Now, here it is very important that people suffering from irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, piles, fissures, fistula, duodenal ulcers, acidity, all these people are already very weak. Their immune system is weak and compromised. They are very, very at a very high risk for catching up the infection because the immune system is low. So, do we have a product for that? Yes, you see how smartly it was designed. We have Morinda citrifolia morinzi, we have all the enzymes, the codipine, all those things, all meant for your gut. And if you realize these are the products that will help build up your immune system, your gut immunity. So to make it short, because we don't need to talk too detail now. The time is of making it short and sweet, and yet explain what our message is that we are a health food supplement company. We have a series of health food supplements, and we're going to come up with more. Today we were speaking with Dr. Lim. I was speaking and he said, Rajesh, we need to have the fresh veggies or fresh herbs also to be introduced in DXN. That means in future we're going to come up with fresh herbs, where you can just drop in and take a fresh herb and make a juice out of and eat. So this is what we are planning, because if we don't do it, nobody's going to do it. And Dr. Lim is the only person I believe he's the only CEO, who has a vision of transforming the health segment of this planet. He is phenomenal. So we have food and beverages series. If you see, we are a beverage company more. Why? Because the more fluid you take, the more better it is for your body, because it sets your water balance system into order. All the beverages that you take, especially when they are blended with ganodermas, the cordyceps, the lion's mane, they all help build up an immune system. So it is very, very important that you understand why you should take beverages. And we have different choices, so you can choose your. Then we have a personal care series. I think we have been talking about why you should change your soap, why the shampoo, because people never realize these also help build up the immune system. What you put on your skin is a message that is going down into your immune system. So make sure we tell people why they should be taking these products. Then your skincare and cosmetics. Why are we venturing into natural cosmetics? Why did HCPO, PC Tan, they really working hard with the cosmetic range that we have come up. It's expensive, but it is definitely worth the price because it's going to protect you. It's going to help build up your immune system. Then we have daily supplements. We have a huge range of daily supplements. You look at those and that we have. Then we have nutritious drinks. From DXN spirulina cereals, we have Codipine, Nutrizy, Cocozy, Morinzy, Morinzyme, Roselle juice, which is again very, very good. Not only because it is rich in vitamin C, but also contains malic acid. Fantastic. Then we have DXN kiwi. You see what DXN is? DXN is a variety of all natural food supplements. We have tea, coffee, name it, and we have a variety. We have lemon tea. So my concluding remark would be that as we understand that the land, the seed, the water, and the climate are very important for a good crop. Similarly, a woman's health, the man's health, the food that he eats, and the menstrual cycle are very important. If they are all good and regular, you have a very fantastic and a strong immune system. Um, a child that is born with a strong immune system to fight the future attack of viruses that we're going to face in future. So, how do you understand that my immune system is compromised or not compromised? I will not have to wait for me to be suffering from a disease. No, there are methods in which you can find out whether your immune system is weak or not. First is find out for yourself. Do you have the energy and vitality that keeps you running always? Only when you have that energy and vitality, you have that vigor to do something, only then can you say that your immune system is good. Then we have to, second is your appetite. Your appetite is a indicator, is a marker. If you're eating too much and you're very hungry, it's a sign that your immune system is getting compromised. If you're not eating too much, you're not hungry, that also is a sign that your immune system not is compromised. So you need to be very careful. Watch your diet. How hungry are you? Are you able to eat? Are you able to digest? Are you not running constipation? Are you not having any gut problems? Then your immune system is good. If you have any of those complaints, better watch. The immune system is already in a mess. Then stamina. Are you able to do a lot of things even at your age? Can you perform? Doctor is almost 60 now, but I've seen him working crazy. So do you have something like that, the energy, the stamina to keep on working? And then that shows that you have a strong immunity. Same is with endurance. Can you endure yourself? Now, when we do Shunya, the mindfulness practice that Dr. Lim has introduced us, we actually test you for endurance. A person who cannot even sit for 15 minutes like this, he cannot endure that. His immune system is already compromised. We can find out. People cannot do it. Out of 10, I found almost 9 could not even show the signs of endurance. Forget patience. So these all 9 means 90% are immunocompromised. They are already weakened immune system. So this is a risk. Libido, the vitality, that is the key. Every cell is reproducing. If you don't have this feeling of, that it's kind of an energy that comes into you that makes you feel lively. Libido is not always to do with a sexual energy. It's about the life within you. As if a cell is born and there are 2 cells and then 4 cells and everything is getting born inside. When you lack that, it means the cells are dying. Libido is the life energy, and that is an indicator. Your sleeping patterns. How do you sleep? Are you able to sleep well, completely? And if you are able to sleep good, not too much, not too less, not suffering from insomnia or not going and sleeping for 8 and 10 hours. You need to have the good optimal sleep, and after you get up, you should start feeling fresh. If you understand these indicators, that means your immune system is very good. But if not, no. But look at the people today. Out of 10, 9 of them cannot sleep well. Either they sleep too much or sleep too less. never get up in the morning at around 6, 7. No, they cannot. They cannot sleep at time and they cannot get up on time. That means the immune system is compromised. So what is it? What is it that we have been told? What did our ancestors tell us? What did our great people who survived the human race during times when it was worst, when there were so many pandemics and epidemics? What was it? The only thing they gave us was that the war will always be there. Between us, we will need a sword. When humans fight, we'll need swords, guns, and everything. But when you fight with nature, you'll have to befriend something from nature. So when nature attacks you, like this virus, you will need something from nature that can protect you. And that's what these particular statue of the Emperor Han and Emperor Huang suggest. They are holding the Ganodama in the hand. And we as DXNers, we should understand we are kind of the emperors. We also have Dr. Lim has made everybody an emperor, given everybody an RGGL and a spirulina and all those herbs. We are much powerful if we understand that what we have is for not only for our protection, not for our building up our immune system, it is also meant to help many people around us. So do not hesitate, go out. Even this time, go on the social media, talk out, shout out loud, talk about why you feel you're fearless. Why do you feel that nothing is going to happen to you? If you take precautions, if you're going to eat good, if you're going to live good, take rest and everything, I'm sure there's nothing to fear. And there is no kind of worry. Because Dr. Lim knew, I think he is a visionary, he can sense. He knew that something this happened. So even this 21-day lockout, we are busy. We are still busy. We immediately have gone online. We are training. We are not selling products. We are teaching mindfulness. We are teaching mind relaxing techniques. Which company is doing that? Every company is after selling products. We will definitely sell products, but we also are concerned about the people, and their mental state. We want them to be relaxed. We want them to be happy. Don't worry, nothing is going to happen. So understand this. Like I got this long time back, I'm sure many people have taken a picture in the farm. Dr. Lim has given us this great opportunity. DXN has given us this great opportunity to spread this message of wellness across, so that when the COVID-19 has rung the alarm that the immune system is compromised, I think it's time to wake up. I think it's time to be serious about the health. I think it's time that we honestly start consuming our products, not only for ourselves, for our families, but also make it a responsibility to share it with the world around. I'm sure people are not so easy to, they don't accept things so easily, but at least this alarm has woken them up, and you have a better chance of projecting DXN in its true essence, the way we are as a company that believes that coming closer to nature is the only way we can protect ourselves from all the things that nature is about to, you know, throw at us so that we suffer. So thank you so much. It's almost 9:34. I had to do a short webinar. I hope it was helpful. So we catch up again some other day. Thank you. Namaste.